Now please put your hands together for the co-founder and president of Zenza Capital, Lani Dizon, discussing crypto for everyone, bridging the gap to mass adoption.
Hello, everyone. It is an honor for me and my team of over 40 people that have flew in from Japan to be here for this conference. This is our first Blockchain Futurist Conference. I really want to thank the BFC team for helping us and having us here, and for uniting us innovators and pioneers that are really helping to forge the future of this industry, which is very critical. Today, I want to talk about crypto for everyone and how we can bridge the gap to mass adoption. But first, I want to talk a little bit about my background. So I came from the wellness industry. Since 1994, I've been creating products, natural nutrition products, skincare products, multifunctional formulas, combining that with entrepreneurial opportunities that help with better health, better wealth, personal development, personal empowerment, trying to help people gain financial freedom. And through these entrepreneurial opportunities that we've been creating in Japan and around the world, we have helped hundreds of thousands of people to attain better lives. When I was introduced to Bitcoin in 2011, I caught the crypto bug because I said, this is exactly what we've been doing since 1994, is helping people with financial freedom. My partner and I, we said we absolutely need to be part of this industry, bring it into our businesses in Japan, and have our customers, pay Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I tried to get a wallet, and it was so complicated. Then I tried to buy Bitcoin, and that was even more difficult. And then I tried to find places where we can actually use cryptocurrency, and that was difficult as well. I realized this is such an amazing industry, but for the average person, how are we going to explain this to a huge database of hundreds of thousands of people in Japan? They need a simple ABC 1, 2, 3 approach. And so we had to break it down to Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3 in relation to a person learning how to crawl, walk, and run. As we know, Web 1 is like the stage of crawling, where we had static websites, limited interaction. Then we moved to Web 2.0, we could start walking. And this is when there was more social media and interaction and e-commerce. Then PayPal and Venmo came along, making things a bit easier. But of course, we're a very centralized society where we've lost a lot of our privacy. And so now, looking into this new era of Web 3, we can finally run. We know this, and we know the transformational power that Web 3 is bringing to the world. But the reality is, the majority of the people do not understand this. And so there's a lot of misconceptions that are happening. For example, they think crypto is riskier than traditional banking. In 2019, $15.4 billion was paid by consumers for just bank overdraft fees and non-sufficient fund fees. In 2022, $130 billion was charged by credit card companies for interest and late fees and other fees. And then in 2023, $456 million was charged to customers. Customers lost due to fraud through Zelle. So this is hundreds of billions of dollars that are being lost in people's pockets every single year. People don't realize this fact, and plus there's other challenges as well. Bitcoin, as we all know, launched in 2009. After Bitcoin, thousands of cryptocurrencies have launched since. Many different initiatives have launched since. There's been so many advancements in this technology since 2009. Then why is it mass adoption is still a huge challenge? Well, we know there's lack of usability, there's lack of simplicity, and there's lack of convenience. As an example, we all use Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, Apple, Amazon, Uber. Every single service that we know about is about convenience, right? But for some reason in cryptocurrency, people are having to learn the underlying technology. And a lot of people are trying to learn crypto and the technology behind crypto before even investing in it, which causes more complication. This is why we need to really start blending high tech with high touch in order to achieve real world usability. Because the success of any technology depends on how deeply it enhances the human experience. We are here to bridge the gap to mass adoption. We want to focus on everyone. RYO's goal is everyone. It's the mom and pop shops. It's Joe the truck driver, and Bill the landscaper, Sally the homemaker. It's mom and pop, grandma, grandpa. These are the people that we're trying to reach, people that are non-tech savvy, because again, until we reach simplicity, usability, easy onboarding, we're going to be stuck with mass adoption. There's going to be barriers to mass adoption. So what we did is we created RYO as our Web3 digital payment solution. And RYO is the core to the ecosystem that we've created, which includes a Life wallet, and it has chat, and you can transact with it. You could send RYO and other cryptocurrencies through chat. And there's a connect service where you can connect to different social media sites. It connects to our global mall. And the global mall has services and merchants that are already in Japan to start selling. So we unite these merchants and services, and then we're the first ones to have the license to create a crypto ATM network in Japan. We already have 2 that have been in beta testing in Japan. We're going to be launching a couple hundred more this year, and then 1,500 next year. And so what we're doing is we're creating this ecosystem of ease of use, allowing people to be able to use these devices so that the learning curve is almost minimal. We built this from Japan. Japan has the highest standards and most rigorous regulations in the world. But Japan also aims to be the leader in Web3. But they're so strict when it comes to quality, security, and consumer protection. And so that is going to help us by adhering to these Japan regulations and standards. It helps us to raise that level in the industry. Globally, there's over 20,000 cryptocurrencies. In Japan, there's only 3 dozen. There's 3 dozen only cryptocurrencies that are approved on exchanges in Japan. In fact, there's probably only 1 dozen that are on multiple exchanges in Japan. And that is how difficult it is to be in Japan. Since 2016, we have been building a community of Japan through education, awareness of the blockchain space, cryptocurrency, and why it's important. We have 100,000 real followers, and we've engaged with all age groups, from the early 20s all the way up to the 70s and 80s. Older generation is the most difficult demographic to onboard. And so we have been pioneering this project 7 years. Even now, Japan is scrutinizing everything that we do to ensure that we are still compliant for when we're launching in Japan. So just in February of this year, we were given the okay by our FSA advisors that we are able to talk about this project globally. But we've been moving very, very quickly because in February we got the okay. 90 days later, in May, we launched on xt.com at $1.60, and then we launched the following week on LBank. Then we launched on MEXC. And so now we're hovering around $9. And, we're very proud of that. And it's because people are seeing and embracing this ecosystem, our vision, and what we're trying to accomplish here. We engaged with CERTIC. CERTIC did a full KYC on all of the executives of our company because we believe in transparency. And transparency is very, very important when it comes to Japan. Also, we have the world's first crypto convertible bond. Right now, the rates that are available on this crypto convertible bond is more than almost about up to 60% off of the rates that are on the exchanges. So if anybody wants to know more about that, just go to ryobond.com and talk to us during this event over the next couple of days. The last thing I want to mention is that, we're just one project here that is really trying to gain mass adoption and to bring crypto down to the average person. But we're only one company that's doing this. We know that there's a lot of you out there. You guys are pioneers, you're innovators, you're helping to transform this industry, and we truly do appreciate that. Over these next couple of days, we'd really love to collaborate with you guys, talk to you guys, and see how we can work together, because the best way is together. Thank you so much, and we really appreciate you having us. Thank you.
Thank you, Lani from Zenza Capital.